Okay guys, Rooster here in Tennessee, and sitting in front of me is an 8-pill 2879 standard, obviously using the HG 2879s. This is a straight 8, which will be a high drive amp. On these, I recommend somewhere between 250 and 275 watts PEP. You'll see some people recommend 300 to 350 going in. Just my opinion, you're putting them past saturation at that point, overdriving them a bit. I just put in about 250 or so, 275, and I'll let it rock from there. That's with the standard 2879s. If you get around 800 average, 1800 PEP, you're probably maxing it out. Due to my power supply constraints, we're only going to hit it with about 180 watts PEP. As you can see, my little 2-pill's on low. When the button's pushed in, it's on low. Out would be high. But we'll show you what it draws, the power output of it. This one's for Mr. 357. This amp is already sold. He paid me for this thing earlier this week, and I'm just now getting around to testing it. Also, I want to demonstrate something during this video. I've got another customer, Mr. Anthony, and Mr. Anthony, I don't know if you're watching or not, but we had a little discussion, I think it was earlier this week. He's got a Texas Star Sweet 16, and he had purchased a 200 amp power supply off of me, and for some reason he's being informed that 200 amps is not enough to pull his Sweet 16. So I don't know where that information is coming from, but somebody has given him some bad information. 200 amps is plenty, more than enough for a Texas Star Sweet 16. And though this is not a Texas Star Sweet 16, and we will be testing it on AM, it will give you a rough idea of what an 8-pill is going to draw. Even though a Sweet 16 is biased, it's not going to draw that much more. It might draw, 10% more or something like that. But anyway, with that being said, let's get on with the show here. We will start by showing the current draw, and I'm just going to give it a good audio. Keep in mind, this is not full output. This is probably 3/4 output or so. So anyway, 14.7. Yep, that does read a little bit high. Let's go ahead and give audio here. Audio. So 108 amps. Now, that being said, if you're running something on sideband, it's going to draw a little bit more current sporadically. So you could probably add another 15 or 20 amps to that. And plus, we're not running full output, so you could probably add another 15 to 20 amps on top of that. So that's going to put us in the 140 to 150 amp range, even if we're running sideband and even if we're running full output. Not running full output, we're less than 110 amps. Again, that is running the 8-pill and the little 2-pill driver. So let's see what it does on the watt meter, and we'll get this guy wrapped up here. So we got a 2500 watt slug. That's going to be the top scale. This is on average power, so that 5 that you see, that's actually 500. Audio. Radio, audio. So around 750 average, max. A little bit less than that if we're not audioing into it. Again, with enough drive, you'll see 800 average plus out of this guy, and then you'll see the PEP come on up too. Generally, we see around 1500 PEP with this drive. So, still looking at the top scale. Check, audio, check, audio, check, audio, check, audio, check, audio, check, audio, check, audio. 1500 on the dot. That's not too bad, considering we're under driving it. 180 watts PEP going in, give or take there. And again, we put another 100 watts into it, we will see the output come on up. So you put another 100 watts in, you're liable to see, another 300 to 400 watts at least out of this thing. So that's it, guys. 8-pill 2879 standard. No, not tested to the max, just a functionality test before I get it shipped out here. I do need to put me a little cap in line with my power supply, because just as a reminder, yes, this is a 150 amp power supply, but I only have it plugged into a standard wall outlet. So that's just something else. Some people forget sometimes. I could have a 400 amp power supply back here, but if I don't have enough juice coming to it out of the wall, it's not going to perform the way it should. Same thing's happening right now. I just have this thing plugged into a standard wall outlet, so, you know, realistically, anything over 100 amps, we're kind of pushing our luck. Yes, I've got it drawing 110 amps, but it's probably not performing 100% the way it should. Anyway, guys, have a good one out there. Questions, comments, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Mr. 357, I appreciate your patience, man. Just want to get this guy tested before it goes out. As you guys know, every amp that leaves here is video tested before it leaves. That's for my sake, for the customer's sake, and for people out there's a viewing pleasure, I guess. Rooster in Tennessee, check me out, roostercb.com. Everybody have a good one. See you, bye.